All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny Phoenix. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series heads to Phoenix for 120 laps. It's race number 9. And this should be a great one, man. Just 2 races to go, including tonight. Who's going to take home the victory? This is a tough track, big field, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, some Buschwackers series headed your way tonight on TurnLeftTV. Good Friday night. Thanks for joining us. It's sunny day here in Phoenix. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in and joining us here on TurnLeftTV. We got a good one here for you tonight. The Buschwackers series in action. Right now in the practice session. About 7.5 minutes left to go. We'll take a look at the track here at Phoenix. And, man, I'll tell you what, this thing is crazy. No other track like it here. Banking in the turns. I think it's a 5-turn track. I've said this before. I think there's really a turn there between 2 and 3. It is really a pretty massive dog leg there in between. So just a little over a mile in length. Banking in the turns 1 and 2 at 10 to 11 degrees. Turn 3, 8 degrees. Turn 4, 8 to 9 degrees there, progressive. Dog leg, there's a little banking there, 10 to 11 degrees, and some banking on the back stretch and the front stretch. So there's banking all over this place, man. Phoenix International Raceway should be a great race here tonight. All right, hey, thanks so much for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster commentator, and this is Phoenix 120 laps tonight, race number 9 of 10 of the season. So things winding down here in this first season of 2021. And again, a great track here located in Avondale, Arizona, just a little over a mile in length. Got about 5 minutes left here in the practice session before we get to qualifications. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here tonight. Always appreciate guys coming in and watching the races. Getting a good fair amount of people coming and watching the races, either live or on the on recording. And again, thanks for supporting TurnLeftTV. If you'd like to hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here tonight. And we've got a full slate of racing headed your way this weekend. That's right, man. The Buschwackers Series, we got GT3 tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow evening we get the Saturday Night Thunder from Bristol, and it is going to be a wild one, man. Very wild race, I'm sure, in the Cup Series. And then we got a surprise event coming up on Sunday at 9 p.m. We'll talk about that during the broadcast. And again, thank you for coming in. Peace out there to all my friends who come in and watch these races. Appreciate you being here tonight. Let's take a look at the standings coming into tonight. With just 2 races to go, we have a tie for the points lead there between Lucas Simpner and Colin Madiak. Todd Rubler just 2 points behind in third. Artie Vieira is in the 4th position. Sean Jacobs sits in 5th. Paul Brown and Palumbo tied for the 6th position. Tim Lansbury is in 8th. Preston Hassel 9th in points. And John Stanley is 10th in points coming into tonight. So I'll tell you, with 2 races to go, it's anybody's ball game for the championship. So very tight points battle here in the Buschwackers series with just 2 races to go, and tonight could be pivotal. Schedule in the Buschwackers series next week. We're finishing out the season. Oh, that's right. Everybody's coming over to my house at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 70 laps there on March the 26th to finish out the season and crown the champion in the Buschwackers series. So that will be a great race. Of course, Phoenix tonight, man, this is going to be a challenging track for a lot of drivers. Be sure to bring you flag-to-flag coverage here tonight. Well, coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be at Donington Park for the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. What a great track this is, man. This is the national circuit, and we're going to have a big field, I'm sure, tomorrow. And racing starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's Donington Park in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. And then tomorrow evening, the Saturday Night Thunder heads to Bristol Motor Speedway for 250 laps. Race number 6 in that first season of 2021. Oh, Bristol. Saturday Night Thunder Cup action on a Saturday night, 250 laps at that famed short track, Bristol Motor Speedway. That'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, you don't want to miss it. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks so much for considering. If you'd like to make like to come out and race with us, there's the Discord address on that banner as well. More than welcome to come out and race some stock cars with us on a Saturday night. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. rFactor 2 servers, 3 packages available to you, self-managed servers if you're interested in racing some rFactor 2 stuff, hosting your league's events. There you go, EliteHostingUSA.com is a perfect place to do that. Getting ready to go to the qualification session here in the Buschwackers series tonight. Special event coming up this weekend on Sunday. Bristol Motor Speedway, the High Octane Racing League Wheeling Modified Tour. That's right, the Modifieds. 100 laps on Sunday, March the 21st. That's this weekend. Special event starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Practice starts at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss that one if you're interested in racing in this. We will get you hooked up there. There's the Discord address. Please join us. Bristol Motor Speedway in the open wheelers. Thanks so much to Britt Owen on his work on converting these over. And we're going to give them a try. Maybe do a little testing here. Bristol Motor Speedway and the Wheeling Modifieds High Octane Racing League style coming up on Sunday. Then coming up on Tuesday, March the 23rd, 75-minute race for Sim Racing Mania, the Hypercar World Series. season finale will be live right here on TurnLeftTV. A 75-minute race in the hypercars, the McLaren Senna. Thanks so much to my friends over at Sim Racing Mania. Excited about doing this race. Racing will start at 9 p.m. UK time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV. This will be a huge field. You might see 35 to 40 drivers out for this race. So Sepang Hypercar World Series for Sim Racing Mania coming up on Tuesday, March the 23rd, right here on TurnLeftTV. Take a look at the qualification session. These guys are in qualifying now. 10 minutes. They get to 2 timed laps. Right now, Paul Brown, top time, 26.202. Reese Kennedy there with his laps. Right now, 9th on the grid for the 80 car. Colin Madiak now the new top time, 26.086 for Colin. Reese Kennedy with good lap, 26.220, currently 3rd on the grid. Good lap for him. Take a look at John Stanley, the 12 car. That's Stanley Tools Mustang. Todd Robillard there under 26, 25.999. Top time so far. John Stanley, good lap here, 26.391, currently 10th on the grid. Take a look at Tom Laurie in his first race out here in the 6X car. .758 there, 16th on the grid. Got one more lap there for Tom Laurie. Laurie here in the 6X car. The second lap time, 27.049, so currently 16th on the grid. Last qualifier out here on the track is the 21 car of Lucas Sinfner. Right now, 3rd on the grid with 26.101. That is fast here, so what can he do with this second lap? Oh, a little bit high there coming off, and not going to do it. So looks like 3rd qualifying position for Luca Sinfner. Good run there, good 3rd place start for him. So Robillard wins the pole there in the 90 car. Congratulations to Todd Robillard on taking that victory, or that pole setting. Don't forget to visit highoctaneracing.net for information on upcoming series, current rFactor 2 times. Want to see what guys are running throughout the week. And then, of course, a quick link there to TurnLeftTV. And also, you can see current standings and also winner screenshots and so forth. So information on how to join us on highoctaneracing.net. A couple chatters in here. Givaldo Linares joining us in here in the chat session. Good to see him in there. Claudio Bardelli Jr., he's going to be racing tonight. So Givaldo joining us in here. And as always, man, big fan. Always appreciate Givaldo coming in here. He's like the, this is the guy, man. It's like when you forget something, you look over to him and he's like, hey, I got you, man. I got you. Here's what you forgot. Givaldo is always in here keeping us honest. Boa noche, Givaldo. And best of luck here to Claudio Bardelli Jr. also joining us in the chat session. See if our side-by-side view is working. I think it probably is here. We always got to check that. Looks like the side-by-side's working. We'll take a look at the second one there. It looks like it's working just fine as well. Got a couple links down there in the description of the race. If you'd like to follow those over to the Fanatec website and get that a look. If you're living in the United States or somewhere close to that, then there's one link to follow. Over in the European theater, there's another link to follow there. I got both those links there. And again, if those links aren't working, just message me and I can send you the link. You can visit those things directly. But if you're interested in purchasing equipment through those guys, please give my link a look there, and that would help me out here at TurnLeftTV. I greatly appreciate that. Also got the EliteHostingUSA.com link, direct link to that website there below. And there's the Discord address if you're interested in joining us here on Discord. And then, of course, my addresses if you're interested in contacting me here on through Discord. Follow me on Twitter at TurnLeftTV1 at TurnLeftTV, and Facebook at TurnLeftTV1. And again, thanks for coming in. Peace to everybody out there. Givaldo, my man, is joining us in here tonight, man. Good to see him in here. So really, he is one of the regulars, man. I'll tell you, that guy is a regular every week. Right here on TurnLeftTV, huh?
A lot of soul.
And again, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, man, we got a great race headed your way in the Saturday Night Thunder. Bristol Motor Speedway, 250 laps. It's open setups. Race number 6 in that first season of 2021. And I'll tell you, this track is a lot of fun in these Cup cars. We've got a flag-to-flag coverage for you tomorrow, 250 laps at Bristol in the Saturday Night Thunder. Right here on TurnLeftTV. Racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, special event coming up on Sunday, March the 21st. The High Octane Racing League Whelen Modified Tours, the Bristol Motor Speedway for a 100-lap race. This should be a fun one. We do open setups here, and settings are going to be similar to what we see on a Friday night with the Buschwackers series, 1X tires, 2X fuel, 35% damage. And I think we're going to have a lot of drivers out here for this one. So this is coming up on Sunday, March the 21st, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time is qualifications. Practice session starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, it's Bristol. It's the Whelen Modifying Tour. It's 100 laps, and that's coming up on Sunday in the High Octane Racing League. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be back in action tomorrow with Donington Park. Starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Donington Park National Circuit. This will be a great race, man. Very, very fun series, big fields, and guys are very, very competitive in this series. So High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, of course, that'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on in the GT3 Series at Donington Park. What a great track, man. Very, very fun track. I think you're going to see some really close battles. All right, looks like we've got, sorry, I was listening to the driver's meeting here. We've got about 7 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Thanks for coming in, and this is going to be a good race, man. We got a big field here, 20 drivers joining us. Excited about this. A little nervous about it, but excited nonetheless. Biggest field on a Friday night, that's for sure. Again, let's take a look at the standings coming into tonight's race. Lucas Sinfner and Colin Matiak tied for the lead coming into tonight. Todd Robillard and Arthur Fiera there third and fourth. Fifth place is Sean Jacobs, Paul Brown, Ed Palumbo tied for sixth. Tim Lansbury is eighth on the grid coming into tonight. Preston Hassel ninth. John Stanley 10th coming into tonight. We'll take a look at the qualification results. Buschwackers Series, Todd Robillard qualifies in P1 in that 90 car. Colin Matiak starts outside pole in the second position. Lucas Sinfner starts in third. the 21 car. Ed Palumbo 4th. Paul Brown starts in the 5th position. Reese Kennedy 6th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car will start in the 7th position. Will Dunbar 8th. Preston Hassel starts in the 9th position. Sean Jacobs 10th. Starting in the 11th position will be John Stanley in the 12 car. Jessica Pelletier starts in the 12th position in the 9X machine. Rich Coffey starts in, we've got a couple new drivers here in the 8X, starts in the 13th position. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X starts in 14th. Zach Muncasey in the 29 starts 15th. Givaldo Spindola 16th. Tom Laurie, a new driver here, 6X machine, starts in the 17th position. Jim Willis will start 18th in the 53 car. Christian Wilson in the 5X starts in the 19th position, and Arthur Vieira in the 20 car starts in 20th in the 4 car. Man, I messed that all up, didn't I? I messed that all up. About 4.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Well, who got that big win last week at Riverside? That race was crazy. Cliff Vandeven, one of our road course specialists, came in the 8X car and whooped the field. Got the big win there in the 8X. Thomas Golom finished in the 2nd position. Crulis Gomez finished in the 3rd position. Lucas Sinfer 4th. Colin Matiak finished in the 5th position. Ito finished in the 6th position, the 1X. Arthur Vieira was 7th. Cliff Vandeven, Dennis Vandeven, brother Dennis, finished in the 8th position. Paul Brown 9th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finished in the 10th position. About 2.5 minutes left here in the warm-up session before we get the green flag. Get the command to start the engines, I should say. Soon to follow will be the green flag. Here's Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car. He's making his laps here in the warm-up session. Don't forget, special event coming up on Sunday, the Bristol Motor Speedway High Octane Racing League Whelen Modified Tour. 100 laps there from that famed short track in the Whelen Modifieds. Should be a great one. Racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 100 laps from the Whelen Modified Tour and the High Octane Racing League Whelen Modified Tour, Bristol Motor Speedway, coming up this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got about a minute left before we get the command to start the engines. 20 drivers joining us here tonight. This is Phoenix International. It's 100. Actually, I'm getting 150 laps, I think. So I got those numbers incorrect, I believe. But nonetheless, it's a second to last race here. Indianapolis Motor Speedway coming up next week to finish out the season here in the Buschwackers series. So we got a score to settle tonight here with the Buschwackers series at Phoenix International. All right, boys and girls, it's Phoenix International. It's race number 9. 2 races to go, including tonight. And we got a big one here. Phoenix International, sunny Phoenix, big field. And could be a huge points battle here tonight, or a points implication, points shakeup, so to speak, tonight.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, here we go. Should be a fun race here tonight at Phoenix. All right, Todd Robillard here in the 90 starts in P1. Colin Maniac in the 13 starts in the 2nd position. Oh, we missed 3rd. Let's try that again. Why'd it go 2 seconds there on that? See if we can get through some of these anyway. Time this thing doesn't want to work right. There you go. Lucas Sinfer in 21 starts in the 3rd position. Ed Palumbo will start 4th. In the 5th position will be Paul Brown in the 77. Reese Kennedy starts in 6th. In 7th, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Will Dunbar starts in the 8th position. In 9th, Preston Hassel in the 27. Sean Jacobs starts in the 10th position. John Stanley 11th. Jessica Pelletier starts in the 12th position. I'll tell you what, I think the pace car's going in this time. Bye, man. I think the pace car's going in. Look at that, man. 1 lap on that. All right, here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
To green. All right, Todd Robillard jumps out to the lead there at 13 of, oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh my gosh. Looks like Zach Muncasey, Givaldo Spindola, Christian Wilson involved in this. Look at that, 3 wide there. Muncasey got down on the inside, it looks like. And looks like the 68 and the 6X get caught up in that. Say Lartaire down on the inside. And then comes up across the track right there. We'll see if we can't get a little bit earlier look at this. This is on the restart right here. Is the 8X. Oh, they're 4 wide on the start. 8X and the 9X taking it 4 wide, and then Muncasey going by too. 4 wide on the start there. That is a big no-no. That got a little interesting right there. We got a lot of new drivers here, so not sure what the plan is for some of these drivers here. We got some new folks here that are being a little bit aggressive, I think, on the start. All right, man, that got a little strange there at the beginning. We don't have a first lap caution flag, but hopefully everybody sort of gets this thing figured out.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
All right, getting to 1 to go here, and hopefully we get this thing wound out here. Whoa, man, that was a crazy start right there. 13, Colin Maddox going to start on the outside line. 21, Lucas Sinfer is second. Ed Palumbo starts in the 4th position. Paul Brown in the 5th position in the 71 car. The 80 of Reese Canaday starts in 6th. All right, here we go. Pace car is off. Back to green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Todd Robillard on the inside line here. Off to a good start there. The 13 of Colin Madiak dunks in. Back here and take a look at this racing here. This is Tom Laurie in the 6X machine. John Stanley just behind him in the 12 car. Guys there starting to now figure it out here that they got to be a little bit patient here. We're taking a look at Christian Wilson in the 5X, running in the 18th position. Back up here, now it looks like Colin Madiak is going to take the race lead, and maybe a little crossover there by the 90 car. Side by side in the 13, now Colin Madiak to the race lead. Todd Robillard back to second. Ed Palumbo's third, and we got another yellow flag here. Take a look and see what happened there on that one. Yeah, a little bit of trouble here for these guys getting it going. See what happened here. There's 27 and the 9X look like they got together. It's a little bit earlier here. Got up there a little bit high. We'll have to take a look a little bit earlier here, I believe. .27 here down the front stretch. And 3 wide right there, and then 27. Oh, and the 9X get together. And 27 goes sliding. We'll take a look at this action here. Right here, a little 3 wide action with the 9X going to the high side. And then some contact maybe right there with the 27 trying to miss that. And actually it looks like the 9X comes down into the 27 and then spins the 27.
Road will be open this time.
All right, a little bit of all right, there, Colin Matiak has the race lead, and Todd Robillard second, Ed Palumbo third, Lucas Sinfer is fourth.
It'll be 1 to go.
Luca coming down pit lane here with the 1 to go, so interesting move by the 21. Maybe a little fuel mileage action right here going on. A bit of tough start here, so hopefully everybody sort of gets dialed in. See, Colin has taken that inside line, and the 90 of Todd Robillard takes this outside line. 54, Ed Palumbo up to the 3rd position. Paul Brown in 4th. Reese Canaday in the 5th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 6th. Pace car, the lights are out. Pace car is going to come in this time by, so here we go, getting ready to go back green. 5 mile an hour. Guys really not able to get these tires to kind of seed in here a little bit, get them warmed up, get some good racing going on. Got to have these quick caution flags. Good side-by-side racing there. Todd Robillard on the outside line pushing the issue. We got another yellow flag. Uh-oh, this is going to get be some sketchiness here, I'm sure. Be some talking to. Wishing down here on the inside line. 53 and the 5X get together right there. Looks like that 5X coming up the track and gets into that 53 car right there, and then comes around. The 4 of Guerrero gets caught up in that. Not much for the 54, but definitely gets caught in that a little bit. That's on the 53 car, it looks like. So we're on board here with Guerrero as he's looking out of the front of his machine. Looking okay right there. We get into this dog leg area here, and it's going to get a little sketchy right there, and the 5X comes up. Look at this, Guerrero here. Oh, a little bit of contact there. So we've had a little bit of a rough start, to say the least. My heavens.
Pit road will be open this time. Last call.
Coming up tomorrow, man, the Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action for race number 6 in the
Pit road will be open this time.
2021 first season. Bristol Motor Speedway, the Saturday Night Thunder. On March the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Series, Bristol, tomorrow. High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be in action tomorrow at Donington Park. High Octane Racing League GT3 Series is a great one, man. Donington Park, that national circuit, it's going to be flat out tomorrow, man. You're going to see a great race out of these guys. I think you probably have 20 to 25 drivers out here for this tomorrow. Very popular track and a very popular series, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Very fun track too, man. So it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, looks like Todd Robillard has elected to take the outside line. That puts the 13 down on the inside line here. So I think Todd has realized that outside line for him is a little bit better here in this NAPA sponsor number 90 car. 13, Colin Matiak on the inside line, starts in P2 at Palumbo 3. 77, Paul Brown starts in 4th. Here we go, back to green. And Palumbo down to the inside line there, pushing that 13 car. 13, Kalamadiak, though, slides up behind the 90 car. Side by side there for the 3rd position. The 77 is going to take that. And Palumbo is in 4th. These guys back here getting after it. Just 27, Preston Hassel. 68, Givaldo Spindola side by side. Take a look at John Stanley. Here's the 9X car. Oh, we got a 2X down the inside line. John Stanley going up by here, the 2X. Jesus Iglesias dropping back there a little bit. He's down on the inside. The guys are going around him. He might have almost come around. Take a look at Zach Muncasey here in the 29 car. He does some live streaming from his on board. Check him out on Twitch. Will Dunbar in the 88 car, shown in the 6th position. So guys maybe starting to figure this out, man. They can't win this thing on the first lap. Let's get these tires warmed up and get after it. So 23 laps in, we've got 3 caution flags. My heavens, man. So we got a lot of racing to go here, 150 laps. As the 88, Will Dunbar putting a little pressure here on that 80 of Reese Canaday running in the 5th position. Reese Canaday having a pretty good night here so far. That Hooters-sponsored Camaro running in P5. Audio Bardelli Jr. 91, 24, Sean Jacobs. A couple Camaros here racing together. Bardelli Jr. running in the 7th position. Sean Jacobs currently in 8th. Arthur Guerrero here in the 4 car. He's got just sort of mired back in traffic. Did not have a very good qualification and now finds himself back in the 15th position. He's already had a little bit of a scrape there. Jessica Pelletier in the 11th position right now in this 9X machine. John Stanley in the 12th car. In 12th car is running in 12th position. Luca Simpner in 13th spot. Remember, Luca came down pit lane, took a little fuel and maybe changed some tires, giving up some track position early, maybe thinking about the long haul. John Stanley here working on Jessica Pelletier. John Stanley in the 12 car down on the inside through the dog leg and going to take that spot. Lucas Simpner back there as well. Looking out of the back of John Stanley's machine, you see Lucas Simpner trying to make a passer on the high side. Jessica holding on to the 12th position. As John Stanley gets by, takes over 11th. Take a look at this 21 car looking out of the front of Lucas Simpler's machine. He's got a heck of a run here coming off the turn. Is he going to try to make this pass down the front stretch? Tucks in as a 9X car. He is really backing up those turns too, saving those tires, saving that fuel. See a good run there as he saves this. It's going to be dicey right here through the tri-oval area. Gets tight. Guerrero, they're closing in as well. So good battle here for the 11th position. Excuse me, for the 12th position as Lucas Simpler running in 13th. Trying to get around. Oh, and the 9X hard into the wall. Jessica Pelletier in the wall there. Hard lick for Jessica Pelletier. That car straightened up, but that car has got a lot of damage. That car just got snappy. Just Jessica Pelletier here gets sideways. Look at that. That car is flat out wrecked right there. And it snaps back and hard into the wall. Everybody getting around there. Take a look at this out of the front of Artiviera's machine. You see her get, oh man, just hard lick right there into the wall. Jessica's going to have to definitely come down pit lane and get some service done on that machine. Maybe hope for a caution flag. Todd Robillard here in the 90 is the race leader. Coming up on some lap traffic now. So Todd Robillard here crossing the start-finish line. Our race leader, Colin Madiak, second. Paul Brown in the third position. Ed Palumbo fourth. Reese Canaday in that top five. Colin Madiak here in the 13 car. He'll be one of those guys I'm sure is going to be a force to be reckoned with here. He and Lucas Simpler tied for the points lead coming into tonight. Look at that in-race standings there. Lucas Simpler, Colin Madiak tied for P1. Lucas got a race win there. Might win it on default, but might win it by the fact that he's got a race win. Look at this. Todd Robillard getting around some lap traffic now. And we're already working our way through some lap traffic. Christian Wilson in the 5X machine in the 20th position now, one lap down. Rich Coffey also one lap down in the 8X machine. Running in the 19th position. Back that 9X car, Jessica Pelletier trying to hold on here, running in 17th now. Take a look at Jim Willis here in the 53 car. Right now running in 16th. Jesus Iglesias just out of the front of his windshield there, running in 15th. Take a look at Paul Brown here. Paul Brown running in the third position, having a pretty good night here out of that 77 car. Outlaws sponsored machine, running Ridge Runners Racing. Those guys do some racing on Monday nights and also Thursday nights at Ridge Runners. So hit me up here on in the chat, and I'll let you know where you can find their Discord address. That's Ridge Runners Racing on Monday nights and Thursday nights. A lot of laps there for Paul Brown throughout the week, that's for sure. Ed Palumbo here in the 54 car, running in P4. Reese Canaday right there with him in P5, looking out of the back of Ed Palumbo's car at Reese Canaday. These guys running in fourth and fifth. Jesus Iglesias making a pit stop here in the 2X machine, and we've got a yellow flag as Jesus coming down pit lane. So Jesus Iglesias coming down pit lane as we've got a caution flag. Right there, looks like and a 5X might have been off pace there a little bit, and the 27 checks up and comes around. Take a look here. This is Preston Hassel. Looks like right there, he's trying to avoid that and spins this car. Looks like this Christian had actually gotten a little bit loose there. This is earlier. Christian Wilson got up in the wall. Looked like the 88 also up in the wall here. We'll take a look at this a little bit earlier. That's actually a little bit after the fact. Right here, gets a little tight right here, and Christian off pace. Might's got a little bit of help there, I think, from the 88. Smacking the wall, sort of gets things dialed in. Up against the wall, comes off the wall, I think, and off the pace. Right here. Right here, now that car is probably a little bit boogered up there, and then that car is starting to come around right there. And then slow off the pace, and the 27 trying to avoid that, spins that car. Looks like a pit stop's underway. Todd Robillard on pit lane. It's going to be an interesting pit stop here. This could get a little wild. We get out from behind the sign. Right here, this is going to get crazy, I think. This is a crazy little pit here with the curved pit. Todd Robillard off pit lane first. Looks like the first four. Looks like the first four there do not change. The race leader is the 6X of Tom Laurie. Now, I realize that some of these guys are going to be coming down pit lane. I think 6X 21 probably going to be coming down pit lane this time by. We'll see. Lucas Simpner in second, Todd Robillard third, Colin Madiak fourth. Paul Brown is in fifth, Ed Palumbo is sixth. Now, Tom Laurie and Lucas Simpner have stayed out. This is going to be interesting. I think this will be interesting here, so we'll see. Todd Robillard is third, Colin Madiak fourth, Paul Brown in fifth. So given, it looks like the 6X has
It'll be one to go this time by.
All right, the 6X looks like he's taking the inside line. The 90 of Todd Robillard is in second. right, the 6X car is on old tires. Now, this is going to be a little crazy here because this is a little bit of a tough track here now you got a little bit of rubber down on the track. You got these guys that are on older tires here, a couple guys anyway. 6X is going to lead this restart. Here we go. The 90 off to a good start. Kalamaniak down on the inside line. You see that 6X getting a little bit squirrely there right off the bat. So 13 going to try to get around. So the 6X up on the outside line. He's going to try to hang on to this thing. Now he's running in the third position. Ed Palumbo's working on the bottom side there, and he's going to let Ed Palumbo go. 77, Paul Brown going to try to get around as well. So the 6X there dropping back. Todd Robillard up here to the race lead. 13, Kalamaniak is in second. Take a look at Archie Vieira here running it in the sixth position. On board here with him as you see Paul Brown working on the bottom side here through the dog leg. Now the 6X, Tom Laurie there tucks in. He's drifting high there as the 4 of Archie Vieira is going to get by. So that was not, I don't think, probably a wise move. I think I probably would have come down pit lane and taken some tires. Now you're going to be hurting here if this stays green here for a while. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. here in the 91 car. He's running in P7. We got a good race here for P8. That's Sean Jacobs and Zach Munkasey racing it out. Sean Jacobs up to the outside line. Things are getting tight here. Zach Munkasey in the 29 car on the inside line. John Stanley trying to get around on the outside line. 29 and the 12, you're battling it out. On board here with Zach Munkasey running in P9. John Stanley there trying to get around him now on the bottom side. Tucks back into the high side. Racing for the 9th position. Sean Jacobs now trying to get around the 6X. 6X, Tom Laurie there gets a good run coming off the turn and a little bit snappy right now. You can see him as he works that wheel through the turn. Sean Jacobs there getting by. A little bit of a slide job there from the 24. Western Auto sponsor machine. That's a lot of years of experience here behind that machine. Tom Laurie there holding his own. They're on old tires. Got to be pretty impressed there. With the way 6X has been able to hold his own, so to speak. Even he's lost some positions, but still not doing too bad there on the older tires. Is Zach Munkasey. Oh, he gets into the wall. He does make some contact with the wall. Zach Munkasey gets by. The 12. John Stanley gets by. Oh, boy, does he get by. There he goes. John Stanley now making that pass. John Stanley now up to the 9th position. I probably would have pitted under yellow. Take a look at Jim Willis here in the 53 car running in the 11th position. He's having a pretty good race here, looking for maybe a top 10. Back up here with Ed Palumbo running in P3. 2 seconds off the race lead. Our race leader is Ed Palumbo in the 90, but I'll tell you what, that 13, Kalamaniak, they're right on his tail. Good battle here, Todd Robillard in the 90. And this is the kind of track, though, I think that Todd Robillard really excels at. These kinds of tracks here where, you know, the thing's a little bit loose, a little slick. The outside line is something that's preferred in some respects. And you really got to work to try to get around him. So this Toledo-sponsored Napa Chevy Camaro, our race leader. Kalamaniak second. Ed Palumbo is third. Paul Brown is in the 4th position. Take a look at Ed Palumbo. He and Paul Brown battling it out. Archie Vieira is in this mix too, so our top 5. Pretty solid here. Now, Reese Canada's lost some positions here in this 80 car. He's now back to the 10th spot. So maybe he lost some positions on pit lane. Finds himself back to 10. Running behind John Stanley. Those guys do some laps together throughout the week. So on board here with Reese Canada in that Hooters sponsor machine. See John Stanley drifting high. Reese Canada got a pretty good run here. Is he going to try to make this pass down the front stretch? John Stanley holding on. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola here running in the 15th position. Shoot for that top 10 tonight out of that 68 car. Givaldo, one of those guys, man, no nonsense. This guy just gets out here, gets laps in. Doesn't say too much throughout the race, and all business. There's Givaldo Spindola running in P15. Just ahead him. Bill Dunbar in the 88 car running in the 14th position. 27, Preston Hassel. He is one lap down in that 27 machine. So the 88, Will Dunbar here looking pretty solid tonight, running in P14. Artevieta here now battling Ed Palumbo here for the 4th position. Down on the bottom line, Ed Palumbo has given up a position to the 77, and Artevieta here showing some muscle. He's gotten by the 54. 54 now fighting back on the high side, not able to do it, as now Artevieta sets his sights on the 77 car. Now in P4. Colin Matiak there still hounding that 90 car. Down on the inside, he cannot really get the run he needs on the bottom line to pull off that pass. He is as fast as the 90 right now, but he just can't get around on this bottom side here. The 90 kind of protecting that outside line. Saying, hey, I'm going to give you the bottom line. Oh, and he does make a little contact there, so the 90 makes a little bit of contact through the trioval area, through the dog leg. Rich Coffee here in the ADAX machine. Down on the bottom line is a 27, Preston Hassel, getting way loose, just wicked loose right there. Take a look here, this 27 car, he was wicked loose. Right there, you see that got snappy on him right there, and he climbs up the track trying to catch that thing. He gives up a position. John Stanley in the 12th car. Zach Munkasey sideways right there. Coming off the turn, is John Stanley going to pull off that spot? Zach Munkasey got absolutely sideways, and he is loose. He's still loose, so Munkasey having a handful right now. Take a look at this. This is on board here with Zach Munkasey. Look at that counter steering right there. He is absolutely wrecked. 29 car there, and the 80 car is going to get by as the 29 is going to have some more trouble. Look at that. That is sideways. 29 car is absolutely sideways as the 80 car gets by. So Reese Candidate making that pass, taking over the 9th position, is Zach Munkasey having some handling issues right now. Back up here with our race leaders, Todd Robillard, Colin Matiak. These guys have been battling since the start. Started 1-2, racing 1-2. Matiak running in P2, wanting to try to find a way to get around that 90. 90 there, gets a good run off the turn. Matiak might be trying to go to those tire save strategy there to try to see if he can't win the war of attrition. See the good run that he gets down the front stretch, down into the turn. So a little tire conservation maybe for the 13 car as the 90, the race leader. Another guy here you want to look at here is the 77 of Paul Brown. This guy is a master at saving those tires. Always doing that math in his head there to figure out what he's got and what he needs to do throughout the course of the race to get this car up front. He's running in P3, about 2.3 seconds off the race lead. Artevieta is in 4th. Good green flag run here, 64 laps in.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And as I mentioned that, we got a yellow flag. I got to quit saying that. I got to quit saying that here. So Todd Robillard here takes the ADAX there on the inside. Take a look at the 21 car as he's going to take that caution flag. So looks like the 90 of Todd Robillard is the leader as Matiak still in P2. Looks like Rich Coffee might have come around. Take a look there, the 8X. Oh, gets up into the 2X. Rich Coffee. Oh, and it comes down and gets into the 88 car. Tom Laurie here. Oh, Tom Laurie there trying to miss, and he does. He misses the 8X. How in the heck did he do that? What a great job there for Tom Laurie. So look at this. So look like the 8X comes up, gets into the 2X of Jesus Iglesias, and then comes around, and then comes back down to 88, gets tangled in that. Givaldo Spindola does a heck of a job of missing that. And then there is just going to be the 6X there. Just barely misses. My heavens, man. So the 8X car, Rich Coffee there, has a little trouble. So our caution flag.
Pit road will be open this time.
Take a look at Sean Jacobs. Looks like 9X is the race leader. I suggest you that 9X is probably going to come down pit lane here. We'll see. I will be surprised. Some of these new drivers here, I think they're going to learn a valuable lesson about staying out.
It'll be one to go this time by.
All right, the 9X is going to control this start, and the 9X is on old tires here. So another one of those newer drivers. They're kind of going to get probably a little bit of a lesson here by the 90 and the 13, the 77, 54, the 4, the 24, the 12, if you know what I'm saying. We'll see. Hopefully everybody gets back in line and nobody gets hurt. Been an interesting little race here with all these new drivers tonight. Pelletier is our race leader. Todd Robillard is in second. Madiak third. So Pelletier on the outside line in the 9X machine.
green flag. Go, go, go.
Right there, it's a little squirrely right there. You see on the start on those old tires. This is going to be interesting as the 90 of Todd Robillard gets by. 13 is going to try to get by as well. I'd say it's just a matter of time here. Well, the 9X ducks in. So doing a pretty good job here so far. You can see a lot of work in that wheel right there. So I don't know if 9X are trying to hold on to that position, but that 13 is going to be on fresh tires. They're going to be a lot faster, I think. So those guys getting bunched up there a little bit behind. Todd Robillard off to the races, getting by, and now that 9X there trying to hold that spot. Oh, man, almost making contact with the walls. The 13 trying to get by. Colin Maniac here down to the inside. It's going to get wild right here. That got tight. 13 gets by. Oh, my heavens. 54, let's take a look at him. He's looking ahead out of the front of his machine. That 77 car is going to get by. 54, Ed Palumbo going to try to get by. He's going to wait till his turn, I think. Oh, that's going to get tight right there. That 9X trying to hold on position, but doesn't realize those guys are on fresher tires. 9X sliding that car up as 54 gets by. Had to get on the brakes, almost got into the back of the 54, slides up the track. The 4 of Archie Vieira is going to get by. Not this time. Take a look at Archie Vieira here, the 4, the 24. Sean Jacobs also in this mix. Sean Jacobs in that 24 car, running in the 7th position. Archie Vieira is 6th. He's being a little patient right now. He knows he's faster. He's on fresher tires. Going down to the bottom side, expecting close contact here with the 9X and the 4. The 4 car here trying to get by. Good racing there, side by side. I'll tell you what, Jessica is not doing a bad job there on those older tires. Trying to muscle through the turn on the outside, not able to do it as Archie Vieira there slipping through. 9X going to try to get back by. Side by side here into the turn as the 4 using some fresh tires there and that grip to extend that lead. Sean Jacobs in the 24. He's looking to try to get by. 24, Sean Jacobs makes that pass. Now up to 6, Jessica Pelletier is in 7th. Take a look at John Stanley, Claudio Bardelli Jr. here racing it out. Reese Kennedy also in this mix. John Stanley in the 12 car. Expect to see him tomorrow in that GT3 race. The 80 of Reese Kennedy in this mix too. He's running in the 10th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 8th. Bardelli Jr. 91 running in the 8th position. He is the next car in line to try to get around this 9X machine. Bardelli Jr. in the 91 getting by. That 90, I'll tell you what, the 9X really is doing a good job for the first race out here and holding her own on old tires. John Stanley going to try to get through as well. Stanley in the 12 car. He's down on the bottom side here, down the front stretch into the turn. 9X up about a half a lane. This is wild right here. John Stanley there being a little bit patient. Pelletier there below that yellow line. John Stanley going around on the high side. Reese Kennedy is going to try to get by on the high side as well. Looking out of the back of John Stanley's machine, you see Reese Kennedy making that pass. Zach Munkasey next in line. in the 29 car. 29 and the 9X now going to battle it out. Don't forget about the 53, Jim Willis. He's running in the 12th position. 29, Zach Munkasey down to the inside line. Is he going to pull off that pass in that Toyota? So he makes that pass. 9X now looking on the low side, not able to pull off that pass. So a couple of Toyotas there battling it out. Back up here and take a look at our race leader, the 90 and 13. 1-2. Seen that all night long here, 82 laps in. Looking on the low side, not able to pull off that pass. I'll tell you what, Todd Robillard is really running the perfect line to hold on to the race lead. The 13 continued to dive down. He's running a little bit different line on the entry of the corners typically, and not able to pull off the pass because he cannot really get the bite that he needs off the turns to make this pass. So we'll kind of see here, and I think it's really through 1 and 2 where he has this strategy. See, he's kind of diving down there to the low line just a little bit. Not able, didn't really do it that time by. So he gets a run and starts to think about maybe making a pass here on the bottom side, and he just cannot get the bite that he needs, the run that he needs to clear the 90 car. He can get a nose underneath the rear fender, that left rear fender there, but he cannot get the bite that he needs to get the acceleration off the turn. Reese Kennedy and Claudio Bardelli Jr. here battling it out. The 80 and the 91. Good run here, side by side. Reese Kennedy and that Hoover sponsor machine, the 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Man, that guy does racing every single day. I'm watching his YouTube channel. And he's doing a great job, man. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Yellow flag here, as I heard somebody saying they were going to be coming down pit lane, and I suspect so. The 90 here take this caution flag. So I heard somebody saying they were going to come down pit lane, and I suspect that is really where that caution flag is going to be, where the incident's going to be. Take a look here at Jessica Pelletier up on the high side. Jim Willis going to slide through there on the bottom side. I think, oh, there was contact right there. Contact, the 53, the 9X get together. 53 and the 9X, we'll take a look. 53 down on the bottom line. And then the 9X, these guys side by side coming off the turn. Thing looking okay right there, and then off there at 53 and the 9X get together. I'm on board here with the 9X, and then hard into the wall. On board here with Jim Willis. It looks like that 9X came across the nose. So we'll take a look at this one more time. Right here on board here with Jim Willis. And looks like the 9X coming across the nose there a little bit. Right there, coming across, as you see a view out of Will Dunbar's machine. Okay, 21, Lucas Sinfner. Flex Seals sponsor Mustang is the race leader.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
Lucas Sinfner in the 21, the race leader. The 13, Colin Matiak in second. Paul Brown third. Artevieta is fourth. Actually, Artevieta shown in the third position, but all right, 21 is going to control this restart. Here we go. Okay, back to green. Lucas Sinfner giving up the race lead as Colin Matiak gets around. Now 13 car now out front. Todd Robler is going to have some work to do to try to get back up to Colin Matiak here. Lucas Sinfner running in the second position, but Paul Brown giving him a battle. This is a good battle here between the 21 and the 77. Now the 77 car is the race leader, or excuse me, is on fresher tires. 21 on a little bit older tires here, so good little battle here between the two of them. The 90 of Todd Robillard running in the fourth position. Artevieta is in fifth. 77 down on the bottom line on that fresher set of tires as Lucas Sinfner trying to hold him off and probably not going to be able to do it this time. And now the 77 takes over the second position. Todd Robillard looking on the bottom side here maybe. Robillard here. Oh, Robillard is sideways. He got sideways coming off the turn, trying to get around the 21 car, and that car came around a little bit on him. Oh, my heavens, man. Todd Robillard did a great job of hanging on to that thing. That got crazy right there. Take a look at this. Todd Robillard is sideways right there as Artevieta gets by. Todd Robillard there trying to catch his breath. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X machine. John Stanley here battling for position. I think John Stanley is up on his high line here. He is running in the 13th position now as Iglesias now up to 12th. Talk too much about Jesus Iglesias here. He's having a pretty good run in the 2X machine tonight, running in P12 now. Jim Willis in the 53 running in P11. Probably got a little bit of damage on that machine. How about this, man? A battle for the third position is Argentina in that 4 car, that NASCAR BR sponsored machine. Now making that pass over on Lucas Simpner. Todd Robillard going to try to follow him through. Looking out the back of Arthur Vieira's machine. Lucas Simpner slamming the door on Todd Robillard. John Stanley here now working on Jesus Iglesias. The 12 of John Stanley going up to the high side. Jesus Iglesias down on the bottom side here. So John Stanley and that Stanley Tools Ford Mustang making a pass here on the outside line. Picking up that spot. So good pass there for John Stanley. He and Jesus Iglesias have been battling since the green flag drop. Take a look at Todd Robillard here in the 90 car. Again, trying to get around that 21. of Lucas Simpner on older tires as Todd Robillard wants to get around. See, he has been now mired back in traffic. And about a straightaway distance between he and the race leader now. So he has been a fast car, start up front all night long, but now finds himself mired back in traffic a little bit. Take a look at Ed Palumbo in the 54, that mellow yellow sponsor machine. Running in the 6th position. Zach Moncasey having a pretty good run here, running in P7. Sean Jacobs just behind him. These guys have been pretty tight here together all night long too. As a 29, they're a little snappy getting into that turn. He's going to scrub off some speed as the 24 down below. So good racing here between the 29 and the 24. Toyota versus Chevy. Good side-by-side racing. Oh, I tell you what, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Ew! Turning, no, yellow flag right there. We saw that happening. Oh, the 2X gets involved. Spindola's involved. He's upside down. Bardelli Jr. got sideways and he got sideways and was not able to recover. All right, 13, Colin Madiak there catches the pace car, take the caution flag. All right, we'll take a look and see what happened here. Get some word that maybe Claudio. I think we saw that Claudio Bardelli Jr. had some issues. It looked like that car got snappy on him, and it just snapped around. We'll take a look here. Bardelli Jr., he just gets a run there on the back of the 80 car, gets on the brakes there a little bit, and this car gets snappy on him right here, and it just comes around. 12 car, hard contact. 53 does a great job getting through. 8X slides through, but the 2X just gets annihilated. 80 car here, he's almost trying to split the difference right there, and he gets tagged, and he is upside down. But yeah, Bardelli Jr. just came around. You see right there, he just come around, and then just trying to get this thing loaded up. And John Stanley making contact. Spindola, there's Iglesias gets there, but Spindola is going to get caught in this, and he's just going to spin upside down. Go back to live here as Bardelli Jr. getting that lap led here before he has to come down and serve his drive-through. Get some repairs done on that machine as well. But he'll be starting in the back of the field this time by. Todd Robillard here back to the race lead, I believe, when so it does look like the 90 now back to the race lead. Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. Matiak is second. Paul Brown up to the third position. Luca Simpner in fourth. Been a pretty good gamble here, I think, for Luca. He was giving up some positions, not too many though, and now finds himself in the fourth position, and he's got fresh tires on that car. So interesting little strategy from the 21. Well, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we'll be at Donington Park, the National Circuit in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Racing will start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be a great race there in the GT3 Series. Iglesias is stopped right now on the front stretch, so he's letting everybody by here, it looks like. All right, we're getting a 1 to go. It's time by. Don't forget, tomorrow, the Saturday Night Thunder, Bristol Motor Speedway, race number 6 in that first season of 2021. 250 laps in the Cup cars coming up tomorrow, right here, live on TurnLeftTV.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. The battle here, the 90 and the 13. We've seen them battling all night long. 40 laps to go. Starting to, wow, the 13 pushing it. Right now, here, this is for the race lead. The 13 down on the inside line, really starting to give that 90 car a run. He feels like, hey, this is my chance here on the start to try to get around here and get the race lead. The 90 holding his own on the outside line. 13 still hounding him on the bottom side. Gonna have to give it up this time by. Paul Brown now up to the third position. The 21 back to fourth. Paul Brown in the 77. Another look for him for being a factor. Preston Hassel, John Stanley here battling it out. 27 of Preston. Oh, Jesus Iglesias, he's making it a little interesting right there. He dove down to that inside line, but the 27 getting by at the 12. Oh, that 12 car there got a run, and he missed the, he almost ran into the back of the 27 car. Jesus Iglesias now going to try to get by. Jesus Iglesias is sideways. He hangs onto the thing. Things are getting crazy right now. 37 laps to go. Take a look at Archie Vieira in that 4 car. Battling the 21 of Lucas Simfer, the 54 of Ed Palumbo in this mix too. He's running in the 6th position. But Rich Coffey here in the 8X as he gets by Will Dunbar in the 14th position now. 8X up to 13. His first race out here looking pretty solid. A little bit of an incident earlier, but he's gotten that car sort of figured out now in that Toyota running in P13. Will Dunbar in the 14th position. He's got some damage I think he's dealing with in that 88 car. The 90 of Todd Robillard in the 13. Colin Matiak here battling it out again. Matiak trying to get by on the inside line, not able to do it. Look at that 77 car, Paul Brown. He's talking about how these caution flags have really not worked out in his favor. And now he finds himself right up here with the race leaders. Figures every time he starts to catch the race leaders, a caution flag comes out. So now the 77 in this mix. This is going to change things, I think, for Matiak and his strategies. So he's going to have to play a little defense here as a 77 car going to try to get by. So a good run here. So 1, 2, 3. Robillard, Matiak, and Brown. You're on lap 117. You could not put a piece of paper between those guys. The 90 and the 13. 1, 2. 77 in 3rd. '77 looking to try to get around these two as maybe they start battling each other. And 77 might be the wild card in this mix. Lucas Simfer in the 21 running in 4th. What he needs to have a better race than Colin Matiak. He is in position, but time's starting to run out here as Matiak continuing to push, try to catch that lead. Archie Vieira is in this mix too. He's running in the 4th position. He's running in 5th in that 4 car. He could be a factor here to win this race. And you got 30 laps to go. Robillard, no time to rest for him. Looking out of the back of his machine at Colin Matiak, who's starting to try to back up those turns a little bit. He's got to be careful. He cannot leave an opening for the 77 car. We got a 3-way battle here for the race lead. Paul Brown in 3rd, looking out of the front of his machine. See how he is a little bit more, he's a little lower there on corner entry. And really, I kind of feel like right now, Paul Brown is saving his tires. These guys starting to roll up on some lap traffic. Take a look at the 6X, Tom Laurie. He had some incident earlier in the race, but trying to bounce back right now, running in the 18th position. He and Givaldo Spindola there running together. Givaldo actually running in the 16th spot. Christian Wilson in this 6X machine. Good run here, letting those guys go by. He sees those guys, excuse me, the 5X, seeing those guys are a lot faster, does not want to affect the outcome of the race, and does a great job of getting over and letting those guys through. Right now, Christian in his first race here in the Buschwackers series, running in the 19th position. Reese Kennedy and Zach Muncasey here battling it out here late in the race, running in 9th and 10th. Reese Kennedy going to the high side as Zach Muncasey down on that bottom side. Reese Kennedy in the Hooters sponsor machine now picking up P9. See the 5X there getting off track, letting those guys go. Starting to spread out here a little bit as the 90 pulling away from these guys. I don't know, that 13 car here is indicating that he might have a little bit of a tire issue. He's starting to fall back. Now let's see if he can't make another run at the 90 car. Paul Brown in third, Sinfner fourth, Vieira is fifth. We'll take a look at Ed Palumbo here running in the 6th position. He and the 24, Sean Jacobs, 6th and 7th. Couple HORL guys. These guys have been around for a long, long time. Jim Willis here having a good run in the 53 car, running in P8. And a little bit of a messy race here for him, but really not of his doing. Had gotten involved in a couple incidents, one earlier in the evening and then one just as of late where Pelletier came across the nose of his car, and he's now trying to play catch up, but really having a pretty good race here running in P8. He's just 4.8 seconds off the race lead, about 7/10 off of P7, so he's definitely in this mix. Now guys are starting to talk about whether they got enough fuel to make it to the end. Now you got to start wondering here, does the 90 have to make a pit stop? Does the 13 have to make a pit stop? Does the 77 have to make a pit stop? Who's got enough fuel? I have a feeling I know who has enough fuel, and that's that guy right there, the 21, Lucas Sinfner. As Colin Matiak does come down pit lane. So Matiak in the 13 on pit lane here late in the race. This could be big. The rest of these guys don't have to come down pit lane. Now I'm starting to hear pit stops. I'm starting to hear some guys indicating they got to come down pit lane. So Colin Matiak giving up track position, coming down pit lane here to take some fuel. Maybe 2 tires on that machine. As now it's the 90 and the 77, P1, P2. Reese Kennedy on pit lane. Iglesias. Laurie also on pit lane. 77 starting to hound that 90 car. As Matiak now back out on track. These guys have to come down pit lane. Todd Robillard, the race leader, here on lap 132. Paul Brown is in second. Paul Brown working on the bottom side here. Is he gonna have any more luck on the bottom side than what Colin Matiak did? We've seen about 3 drivers come down pit lane. That is it. Some of these other guys might be banking on a caution flag. The 90 continuing to hold serve. The 77, Paul Brown in second. And guess who is on the move? That is our third place car, Luca Sinfner. Artur Vieira is in 4th. These guys getting into some lap traffic here. Madiak could make this interesting here as he's on fresher tires, as he's going to want to get around the 77 car. You see the 2X, Jesus Iglesias in this too. He's on fresh tires. I think he's made a pit stop here, but Madiak on fresh tires here as he can slow up the 77 car trying to get through, and he's going to try to weave through here and not able to get through. He's a little bit of a roadblock there for him. And you really got to say, you know, there's nothing going on here that's shady, because the 2X, he's holding his serve there on the bottom line. He's definitely given the room that he needs to give. And 77 wants to get through. The 90 is through these guys. It's 13 he wants to get through. So Iglesias running against 17th on fresh tires here. He's wanting to get one of those laps back. The 90 of Todd Robillard, the leader. Colin Madiak in 2nd. Actually, Colin Madiak is in the 15th position. Paul Brown is in 2nd, so this is getting interesting here. This Givaldo Spindola goes up to the high side there, let those guys go through. Here on lap 138. Madiak on those fresher tires. If I were the 90 car, I'd just let him go instead of trying to, there you go, and just let him go. Don't scrub off too much speed. And then you've got about half a second, a little over half a second lead over Paul Brown. So you see how that whole sequence worked out right there. The 90 was able to get around those lap cars. And then you had some faster cars that had come off pit lane that really held up the 77 to some extent. So the 77 is a little bit faster than the 90, but he's got to catch him and then pass him. I don't know who's joining us right now, man. Is that Izzy Casey? How about that? Izzy Casey joining us in here. Paulo Chachalowski, Team Cha-Cha in here as well. So awesome. Good to see you, Izzy. Hope everything's going all well for you. About this, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Will Dunbar here battling it out. This is for the 12th spot. Bardelli Jr. going to the bottom side here, going to get around that 88. 10 laps to go, and Bardelli Jr. now up to P12. These guys going to be coming down pit lane. The leaders are coming down pit lane this time. So P1, P2 coming down pit lane. That has got to work out in favor, I think, if some of these guys can't make it the rest of the way. See the 90 car coming down pit lane. That has got to work out, I think, for some of these other guys who have made pit stops earlier. You see Artur Vieira on pit lane. So the 90 making a late race pit stop. So late race pit stop here as we see the 70 of Paul Brown, the race leader. The 70 is coming down pit lane. Oh my heavens. You know what that means? What'd I say? What did I say? Got to look at this guy here to maybe take home this victory, this 21 car. Fuel save strategy. Does he have enough? Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, my gosh, a yellow flag here. Yellow flag. Lucas Simpner on the 21 takes his caution flag. Our leaders were on pit lane. Oh my gosh. Lucas Simpner in P1. Take a look and see what happened here. Rich Coffey in the 8X machine. Oh man, he missed a shift right there. He downshifted and the car snapped around on him. That's what happened. Yeah, it downshifts right there and it breaks that car loose. That car was already loose, drifting up the track there. He was trying to hold on to that, really conserve, and you just watch this thing snap. Right here, you can tell that's when he downshifts. Classic downshift right there, and it broke the tires loose, and that 8X spins.
Pit road will be open this time. Flat forward.
So now pit stops here. Lucas Simpner coming down pit lane. Sean Jacobs coming down pit lane. See the 27 coming down pit lane. 12 also. 77 coming down pit lane back again as the 88 car coming down pit lane. So 5 laps to go.
Pit road will be open this time.
The 53, Jim Willis is the race leader. Zach Munkasey is in second. Bardelli Jr. third. Matiak fourth. Coffey is fifth. Now Coffey's going to have to come down pit lane since he brought out that caution flag with the 1 to go. Now the 53. The race leader, and he is not pitted, so kind of wonder what's going to go on here with these tires. Can he hold on for, say, 2 laps? Munkasey is shown in the second position. We've got some folks who've made pit stops here that are on fresh tires. Now Matiak's on fresh tires in the 4th position right now. Now I'm starting to hear a little chatter there on the radio. The 88, the 77, and the 90 starting to have a little battle with each other there on the radio. Little cockiness going on right now. When that 88 Salesforce sponsor machine, the Outlaw sponsor number 77, and the Napa sponsor 90, those guys having a little go at each other here as we take a look at the 90 car. He's coming back down pit lane. He says, hey, man, I don't know. Oh, he's got an EOLL, it looks like. So he's coming down pit lane. So very interesting end to this race here, and we're setting ourselves up for a shootout. 53, Jim Willis is going to take the outside line. Zach Munkasey in the 29 is second. Bardelli Jr. is in the 3rd position. All right, here we go.
green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green, the 53. The race leader, Jim Willis, can he hold on for 2 laps? 13, Colin Matiak on fresh tires. He has been fast. Willis is sideways coming off the turn. Matiak down on the inside line, and we've got a mess here behind. As Jim Willis, the race leader here, we've got a green-white checker here. Oh boy. 13, Matiak in second. It might be Bardelli Jr. might have came around. Late race caution flag. We're going to have a green-white checker. Like the lucky dog was the 54, Ed Palumbo. He gets back on the lead lap. That's going to be good for him. Take a look at here, 90, the 91 and the 21. 91 is sideways right there, and he gets into the 21. 12 car gets involved. And those guys are scattering everywhere. Really pretty good that it wasn't as bad as it was. My heavens.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So we'll take a look and see what happened here. This is out of the front of, oh man, it's a tough break there for the 21 car. He got caught up in that. Preston Hassel, he sneaks through, and there was a melee behind him. Look at that mess right there. My heavens.
Pit road will be open this time.
Well, we're setting ourselves up for an interesting finish here. We got a green-white checker. Unfortunately, a little late race deal there, and late race deal leading to another late race deal. But we got a green-white checker here in the Buschwackers series. Do a little OT. Hey, don't forget, coming up on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to run the Whelen Modifieds at Bristol. High Octane Racing League Whelen Modifieds, 100 laps. So if you're interested in joining up there, there's the Discord address on the banner. Special event coming up on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Practice starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 100 laps in the Whelen Modifieds. This should be a great one. Don't forget about the special event we have coming up on Tuesday here on TurnLeftTV. Sepang. Great course in Malaysia. The final race of the season in the Hypercar World Series for Sim Racing Mania. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV, and I bet you there will be about 40 drivers in this race. It's going to be great. You do not want to miss it. This racing starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, here we go. Green, white, checker. Can the 53 hold off the 13 car? 13 on fresher tires. Here we go. 53 on the outside line. Can he hold off the 13? The 13's got a good run on the inside line. Can he clear that 53 car? Jim Willis. 13's going to get by. Colin Madiak gets by there in the 13 car. Jim Willis in the 53. Trying now to hang on to the second position. As Madiak now in P1. Jim Willis slides up the track. Sean Jacobs gets by. 1 lap to go here for the 13 car. Sean Jacobs got a fast ride here. He's on a little bit fresher tires. He's going to maybe lay the little chrome horn to the 13 car here. We'll see. The 24 is going to have a chance to win this race. 13, Colin Madiak. Can he hold off the 24 car? The 24 down to the inside line. 13 kind of does the block. The 12 is in this mix as well. The 13 coming off the turn. Sean Jacobs side by side. Can he do it? No, the 13 holds off the charge, and they're wrecking at the finish. The 13 car gets the race win. Colin Madiak in the new paint scheme, getting the race win here in the 13 car. So congratulations to the 13 of Colin Madiak on getting the race win here at Phoenix. Sean Jacobs gave it a heck of a run, finishes in second. John Stanley third. Preston Hassel battling back for the 4th position. And new racer Rich Coffey finishing in 4th, or excuse me, in the 5th position. How about that? We'll take a look at the final results here. What a heck of a battle there. I tell you what, Colin Madiak really hounded that 90 car all night long. And, just the pit strategies, the way this thing worked out really did not work out in the 90's favor, that's for sure. But Colin Madiak put himself in a position where he needed to be at the race, at the finish of the race. So great job to the 13 of Colin Madiak, the whippersnapper. We'll take a look at the race results here as Colin Madiak gets the race win. Sean Jacobs finishes in the 2nd position. Where in the heck did he come from, huh? John Stanley, how about that? Good run for him. Finishes in 3rd. Preston Hassel 4th. Rich Coffey in his first race out in the 8X finishes in the 5th position. Jim Willis hangs on for the 6th place finish. Arthur Vieta 7th. Todd Robillard finishes in the 8th position. Will Dunbar finishes in 9th. Paul Brown finishes in the 10th position in the 77 car. So those guys got caught up by that untimely caution flag on when they were on pit lane or just after they came off pit lane. Finishing in the 11th position is Zach Muncasey in the 29. Lucas Simpner finishes in 12th. Ed Palumbo 13th. Givaldo Spindola in the 68th finishes in the 14th position. Reese Canaday finishes in 15th. Jesus Iglesias is 16th. Tom Laurie finishes in 17th. Christian Wilson finishes in the 18th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in 19th. And Jessica Pelletier finishes in the 20th position. So congratulations to the 13, Colin Madiak, on getting that new paint scheme in victory lane. So good to see him in victory lane there. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth here in just a moment. Tell you what, man, that was an eventful race, that's for sure. A lot of new drivers here, so you got to kind of expect a little bit of an increased caution count, I would say. But nonetheless, all in all, we had some pretty good racing there for a bit, that's for sure. Just seemed like some of those guys there being new early on, a little bit of a learning curve for some of those guys. But nonetheless, they got it figured out there late in the race, and we ended up having a pretty good finish there. Very interesting finish, that's for sure. But nonetheless, had a pretty good finish with this crowd. So we'll see if we can't get Colin Madiak up here in the booth with us. We'll have a little chat with him. It's been a while since we've talked to Colin. All right, we got Colin Madiak here joining us up here in the booth. A big win for you, man. You had to really work for that win, but talk a little bit about really that battle with you and Todd Robillard. Talk about that battle you and Todd Robillard had tonight in working your way to the race win.
It was tough. There's not many ways to pass on this track, especially when you're running as equal with the car ahead, so it was nearly impossible to even get alongside of him.
Yeah, I kind of wondered throughout the course of that run if you were going to try to kind of snooker him a little bit and sneak your car up on the high side and maybe get position there.
I was trying it, but he was defending it well, and I was trying to get some lap cars to go high and block him, but they just all eventually went down low, and I had to change up my lane.
Well, the caution flag came out late, and you had pitted a little bit earlier. Did you? I'm wondering if you worried when you came down pit lane under green, thinking about some of these guys maybe not having to pit.
I was worried about 2 laps after I came out because there was no reaction from anybody else coming down pit lane. But otherwise, the Luca was the only concern because I know he can save fuel like that, but. I was just trying to get the undercut, the cars in head, because I knew they were on the same strategy.
I'm guessing you really liked your chances there once you had the green-white checker and knowing that you had fresh tires and the 53 was on older tires.
Yeah, I liked my chances with that, but I didn't like how close Sean was behind me. He really gave me a run at the end, and I had to do some defensive driving just to keep him back there.
Well, hey, you got a new paint scheme here, the Honest Speed Shop, and then also you did a little tribute to the 41 on your scheme. Talk a little bit about that scheme and also what the 41 of Lawrence Stopworth meant to you.
Yeah, the scheme, it was new. Honest Speed Shop's a local workshop near Columbus, and I was actually about to send you the skin to put in the car set, and then I heard the news about Lauren, and so my initial response was to throw some sort of tribute on the car while I was still making it, because he really helped me he guided me while I was here to meet some of these people and kind of break the ice, and he was also one of the whisper buddies that I had, and it was really sad to hear the news.
Yeah, it definitely hit us all hard, and I know Lauren, would definitely appreciate knowing that you are paying tribute to him. Sort of a even-keeled guy, but somebody that definitely would be very appreciative of that, and that speaks a lot for you, Colin. I will say that. You and Luca are coming down here to the points championship. You were tied coming into tonight. With this race win, definitely going to help your chances out somewhat. You got next week at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I have a feeling you feel pretty good about that track.
I feel pretty good about it, but anything can happen, and especially it's Indy. It's probably going to be a big field, a bunch of new drivers, maybe, but it could go either way. Still, I could end up last, and he could end up first, or the other way around.
Well, your dad was in here watching the race tonight. Looks like he left a message that says, about time the whippersnapper does it again.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been up here, but I was somehow able to keep it in with the points, so I was a little lucky.
It's awesome. You got support from your parents to come in and do some sim racing, and it's really nice. I can't get my mom and dad to watch one of the streams. I've tried, and they just can't get into it. But, well, hey, I wanted to say, did you happen to watch the Ohio State game tonight?
I didn't. I just heard the news, and it was pain. A lot of pain. Just sad.
I know. I had to bring it up, man. I had to poke the hornet's nest there a little bit. All right. Hey, congratulations, Colin. As always, a pleasure watching you out there race. You really got a very smart racer, and it's really above the years that you have on you. You really race really above how old you are. That's incredible. And one of our young whippersnappers, you and Luca. And it's good to see that rivalry between the two of you.
Thank you, Heath.
All right, man. Good luck next week, bud. All right, Colin Matiak here joining us up in the booth. And good run for him tonight. Good win. Gives that championship hope a little shot in its arm there. He came in tonight tied with Luca. And I'll tell you, and it could come down to the last lap next week. We'll see. Luca did not have that great of finish here, but nonetheless, there's a few points there to be had next week at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think you're going to see a big field. Drivers really like that track, and it's a lot of fun to drive, so it generally attracts a lot of drivers. So we'll see. We got a lot of new drivers out here, too, that could be definite question marks in that race. Well, we got more racing ahead of us tomorrow. The Saturday special, that's the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, started off for us at 3 p.m. Eastern Time at Donington Park. What a great track that is. That's going to be a very, very fun race. And I'll tell you, you're probably going to have 20, maybe 25 drivers out here for this one, because this one's a really popular track, too. So don't miss this one. This will be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll be back at it at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Bristol Motor Speedway, that's right, Bristol in the Cup Cars. 250 laps, the race number 6 in that first season of 2021. And this is going to be a fun race too, so excited about that one coming up. Definitely want to check that out. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. rFactor 2 specialized servers, so that's EliteHostingUSA.com for all your race server needs. And don't forget, coming up on Sunday, got a special event headed your way. That is the Wheeling Modifieds, Bristol Motor Speedway. 100 laps, Bristol in the Modifieds. And this is going to be a lot of fun. This is coming up on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Practice starts at 8 p.m. Be a 100-lap race in the Modifieds at Bristol. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming out to TurnLeftTV. Always appreciate people joining in on the races. We've had a little busy one here tonight. That's going to do it for me. I am out of here.